Attention crew, it's time to make it so. Reporting for duty are your fearless co-hosts, Crewman PVG, bringing the logic, Crewman Mgyx, keeping it bold, and Crewman Tommy, ready with the photon torpedo of hot takes. From classic episodes to new frontiers, Klingon phrases to Starfleet trivia, no quadrant is off limits. So grab your tricorder, set your phasers to fun, and prepare for another warp speed ride through the final frontier. This is Technically Trek.
Laying a course, maximum warp.
Aye, Captain.
Engage.
Oh, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. And as you can see, well, you can't really see. There we go. I am flying solo today. I'm like, this is like a shuttle. I'm on a shuttle craft, and I'm just flying around all on my own. No co-pilots with me today. Yeah. So it looks like Crewman Sherry is saying hello, but probably has the wrong finger placement on the keyboard. I do that too. But welcome, everybody. This is the Technically Trek pod. We're live Sunday night, you know. Rain or shine, here we are. And it is not shine. It is rain, actually. And I just happen to have a moonshine. Oh, Crewman Sherry says she is here per chat GPT. Oh man, that's the right moonshine. I want to give a quick shout out to Crewman PVG, who is ill with what he calls the man flu. Not sure what the man flu is, but I'm guessing it's just something unpleasant. He says he's taken some NyQuil for it. So let's hope for the best for Crewman PVG. Oh, you know, I was trying to hide my sandals and socks. I'm pulling a Captain Ake, you know, like no shoes on the bridge. But since I'm just on a shuttlecraft, I guess it doesn't matter. I am running the ship solo. Like Han. Get it? That's a different space related franchise. Okay, well, Technically Trek Podcast, episode 58, stardate Sunday, March 15th, 2026. And we were going to, oh, hey, look, we got a joiner. Crewman Mgyx. Ooh, I'm hearing some. I'm hearing like you got like a motivational video playing in the background or something.
No, it's a YouTube video or a short. Wait, we didn't start, did we?
Yeah, we've been on for 5 minutes already.
Dude, I don't know why this happens every summer. I gotta find my phone and get my lights turned on. I got stuck doing some stuff. I thought we were going on at 6:30 for some reason.
Okay, well, no, we just do it the same. I guess it would be 6 o'clock Pacific, rain or shine.
Oh, actually, you know what?
Spring, summer, winter, fall. It's 6 o'clock Pacific for you West Coasters, left coasters, beach people.
And that's not really working well. Oh, let's see.
We had some a lot.
Yeah, what was the deal with the whole weather thing?
Oh,
actually,
no,
here,
we
give me one second.
just had it's still out there right now. It's the wind is really harsh right now. It's pretty much beating up my garage doors because I'm not sure if people know this, but the Technically Trek studios are in a garage.
All right, give me 1 second here. I gotta go handle something.
And so,
real quick.
so when the weather's bad, the garage doors rattle.
All right, give me give me a second.
I'm talking to the audience. Come in here and try to hijack the show. We were doing a thing. So let's pray for PVG. I was reading Crewman Sherry's. I was going to say let's pray for ChatGPT, but no, let's pray for Crewman PVG for a speedy recovery, and hopefully he can be back next Sunday. I was talking to Crewman Mgyx on a different podcast last night, I think. And now that Starfleet Academy has wrapped up season 1, we'll go back to the PowerPoint format probably and just talk about key points of more iconic Trek and not Starfleet Academy, because Starfleet Academy is nowhere near iconic, and I don't think it'll ever be iconic. It's the big challenge is not watching other people's reviews of Starfleet Academy, because I don't want my reviews to be tainted by their reviews. So obviously we've been giving Starfleet Academy a lot of low scores. Wow, that wind is whistling. And so, so we've been giving Starfleet Academy low scores. If I watch other people's reviews, I don't think there's a single review, at least in my YouTube stream, where Starfleet Academy gets a positive review. Every now and then I'll see a Facebook post of, like a still shot from Starfleet Academy, and people in the comments will be praising the show. I'm starting to wonder if those are bots, because I don't know any human who has told me they liked it. And it's not doing too well on the Paramount USA ratings. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned I got the vanilla moonshine. Shout out to New Baden Liquor. My guy Kumar out there hooked me up for $19.99. Hooked me up. That is cheaper than the other place in the next town over. I live in a very small town, so that's why people are probably like, what do you mean? You have to go to the next town over for to like a price match on liquor? Yeah, there's only one liquor store in this town. There's one liquor store in the next town, and probably one liquor store in the other next town. So I live in a rural area where there's only one type of store, and if that, in each community. There's no competition. You have to drive to the next town if you want competition. So yeah, we've had some weird weather today, at least starting at like 5 p.m. So like for the last 3 hours, we've had some bad weather. And the weather is still bad right now. It's really windy. The winds are probably hitting 50 mph. That for you people in Canada and the UK, that would be about 80 clicks. Is that what they say? 80 clicks. Oh, you're muted, dude.
My bad. That's a military term, not a Canadian term. That's kilometers.
Okay, so natives won't call it clicks. That's just what we called it when we had to go to a place that used kilometers.
Who's we?
American.
No, I think
American
that was
here.
more like I could see it. You would have pulled this off. You could have saved yourself if you said, "When I was a kid growing up, this is what my dad said," because your dad was in the military.
Yeah.
That's what he would have referred it to.
Right.
That is not what Americans call it.
What do Americans call it?
Just miles per hour.
No. But I'm saying I was trying to translate it to our people in Canada and the UK.
That's kilometers.
Okay.
Just kilometers.
They
It's
don't
not
call it clicks.
Clicks
All right.
is strictly a military term.
A U.S. military term.
I don't even know that. I don't know that. I don't know about other foreign militaries, but it is strictly a military term. It is not a Canadian term.
All right. So KPH or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it is. That's what it is. So yeah,
Okay.
I was curious on. I was like, why are you guys tripping over some wind? But I guess that's a thing.
It's big wind.
Big wind doing big things.
Yeah, this is because I think 90 miles per hour is considered a EF1 level tornado. When you hit 90 mile per hour wind.
We would need to Google that.
Yeah, so
since we have no man in the chair, I would do that. What is
90
tornado?
mile EF? Yeah, just do the EF tornado ratings and see what EF1 is.
EF wind ratings. Because EF is it does a kind of there's kind of a different things that go with it. I'm not necessarily a big nerd on tornadoes, but I do know part of the EF rating is how much damage it's going to cause, not just the wind.
It is the damage. That's why when we had a tornado here, there was a black Yukon driving around with very tinted windows and government plates, and it was just slowly creeping up the street, not really talking to anybody, but people were saying, oh, that's the National Weather Service people, and they're taking an assessment of damage to decide if it's a what level tornado it was.
So an EF2 can produce winds of 111 to 135 miles per hour.
Okay. So EF1
that's a brisk cruise on the 202 on a late Saturday evening, early Sunday morning jaunt.
You could outrun it.
You technically could, but you can't outrun a radio.
Well,
if you know, you know.
No, but you can, if you go off onto the surface streets, you can do other things.
You can, yeah, man. I'm telling you, how many times have you done that?
Never, but remember that night?
I have done it several times.
That night that I got pulled over on the 60, and Indian John was with me.
Yeah.
And he kept going, and he lured the cops away from me.
Yeah, that's because, we always, we say, we will tell like the newest riders, if we get lit up, do not try and follow me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop. You can stop.
Yeah, no, I'm fine stopping because I was all good. I was all papered up.
And in some cases, we will be like, yo, we know you're not good or whatever. We'll lure the cop away. You may freak out and just start singing like a bird about some shit you really shouldn't be singing like a bird about, whatever. And we've had times where we've had members that are getting pulled over, and I'm not even saying members because this is even prior to the club. We would roll as a pack. Small group would start to get pulled over, and then 3 or 4 dudes would crack wheelies, like slow down to crack a wheelie right as the cops start pulling up so that they go chase them. Because they're more experienced. And
see how we were talking about wind, and now we're talking about running away from the cops.
Because it's so okay, 110 miles an hour. Like a lot of people who don't ride a motorcycle are going to think, "Oh my God, that is so fast." It's not. No. On most leader bikes, that's 3rd gear, maybe 4th gear. So 100. So to experience 110, when they say, "Well, you don't experience 110 miles an hour," Yeah, you kind of do when you do 110 miles an hour on a motorcycle. There's no difference. It's still wind. It's still your body is resisting it.
When I was working at that Wells Fargo call center in South Chandler, one of the things, and I was riding I think I was riding the R1 at the time. One of the things I wanted to do every day is at least hit 100 mile an hour on my ride to work. That was just a goal of mine. Every morning riding into work, I just wanted to hit 100 mile an hour. And I took I would take the 60 around, kind of go the long way and then take that loop, back over to the 101 and then all the way down into Chandler as far as I could go. Then I'd have to get off at, then I got off when it met back, I think, with the 202 in South Chandler. But the Wells Fargo call center was right south of the intersection. And so.
Intersection of what? 10 and the 202?
No, like the 101 south and the 202.
Oh, so that's pretty close to MCI, the old MCI building.
Yeah, a little bit past that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I understand where you're going.
It was kind of because there was like a cornfield that you drove past, and then right after the cornfield would be the Wells Fargo call center, and then like an industrial area.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of spots you could hit you can hit that at, but
GRP's asking if we're talking about the new tech motorcycles.
It's called GPS, and that is how you judge your speed when you do gearing after you buy your motorcycle. And, people will do like, oh, I want to go 2 down and 1 up, because somebody said it was cool to do, or you want a little more oomph on that. So GPS speed tracking.
Yeah.
Hey, actually, you know what? Hey, there's a good used to ride. This is totally
we rode once down in Tucson.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Nice.
I think he had a Honda. I don't remember what kind it was, but I'm pretty sure he had a Honda something. And I rode down. I think I rode down there on my R1. And we just took a little cruise.
I think we only you had the Hurricane. Oh shit, you rocked the Vanilla Ice. You rocked the coldest ice, baby.
Ice, baby.
I'm not going to talk shit, though. I can't talk shit. I had a hurricane at one point in time as well.
Got to start somewhere.
I mean, there was the Hurricane. There was the Katana. Everyone started out on something.
My starter was that SV650 that ended up going to that girl.
To Laura, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got I remember we got pulled over together coming back from Texas. That was legitimately one of the only times I ever got a ticket for doing nothing. I literally showed up at the wrong time because I thought somebody had crashed. Damn. Because people were sitting down on the ground. And I told her, I was like, yo, hang back. Do not stop at the accident. Go past it. And, or whatever, go past it. I do not stop there. I will stop and try and figure out what's going on. So I went past it well after they've been stopped. I went past it. Got off my bike and started walking back, and they were like, yeah, license and registration. I'm like, for what? I was like, I just got here. Yeah, whatever. We heard it all before, and I legitimately got a ticket. And even went to court and showed him, like, look, he has everyone off to the side. There goes me, like 5 minutes into the video. Like, he's talking to people. He's walking back. I was like, that's me. I'm pulling up 5 minutes later. Why am I here? Oh, everybody's getting tickets. You're all going home. I was like, well, certain people aren't getting tickets because you took a ride name versus someone's real name. I'm like, that's just some bullshit. But whatever. So 119 miles an hour, 111. It is fast. It is brisk. But I guess it's not that bad. So you guys had 90 mile an hour winds today.
Not today, almost 60.
Oh shit, that's the fuck, dude. I can do that with all the windows down, just one-handed, driving in a car.
No, I mean, yeah, that's driving in a car. But when you're like when you got tree branches flying around at 60 mile an hour, that's dangerous.
Oh, okay. So y'all ain't got the trees that are for the area, or just is
Well,
that just
I
a
mean,
natural
the
thing
trees
for
take
trees out
the
there?
trees take a beating around here.
Okay.
You know,
I was looking at that today, so I was grilling earlier, and I got a notice. I guess the electric company is going around doing inspections or making sure trees and bushes aren't gonna hit the aerials or knock down anyone's aerials.
yeah.
And I looked at one of our little bushes, and I guess I don't know if it's some kind of berry bush. It has these bushels of berries all over it.
Berries.
And it's pretty tall, but I can't tell if it's in our yard or if it's in the corner. I can't tell whose yard it's in because I can't get into the bush to see where the root is at. But I'm like, that's pretty close. I wasn't concerned about electricity. I probably should have. I was more concerned about the cable aerial drop that's coming in. And then a gust of wind pushed it and it rubbed against it. And I was like, okay, all right, maybe I should be more concerned because that's my internet. I need that to keep saying. So I think I may go out there with the little Ryobi chainsaw and start trimming off shit.
Mr. Handyman with the Ryobi.
Look, man, just like E says, you got to start somewhere. And just like Star Trek, you got to start somewhere.
It's true.
Some people started with Starfleet Academy. And
there are people starting with Starfleet Academy, and this is going to be their benchmark, you know?
I will say this.
They may not like OG Star Trek.
Let's do this. Before we give our takes and insights on the finale, let's start off with the score. And then we'll justify the score afterwards.
Okay.
So, right off the bat, what's your score?
4.25.
Okay. Man, I got to give it like a 5 point. I got to give it 5.5. I almost want to give it 5.75. But I think that may be a little too high. You know what? I'll give it 5.75.
Do what your gut tells you.
My gut's telling me 5.75. And I'm saying that because of Riker. Riker did it. Riker did his damn thing.
Riker put in work.
He did his thing because you could tell he was hamstringed.
No. I have considered that too. Like, I'm factoring that into my decision. I don't blame Riker for anything. Riker took probably what would have been a 2 and turned it in for me to a 4.75.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Is that what I said? 4.75 or 4.25?
I think you said 4.25. Because I was going to go 5.5 or 5.25.
Okay. So Riker, I think Riker took something that could have been a 0 and he made it almost a 50% for me.
And for those that aren't aware, when we say Riker, we are referring to the director, Jonathan Frakes, who played Commander Riker.
AKA Beard.
Beardy McBearderson. He played Commander Riker on Star Trek The Next Generation.
It reminds me of like if you're going to be on an episode of Chopped, you know, the cooking show, and they're like, you know, here's your ingredients. A loaf of bread, a vial of cinnamon, like donkey teeth, and a bowl of shit. You know, that's what Riker had. That's what Jonathan Frakes had to work with. And he made something kind of tasty out of it.
It was edible. It took your mind off the fact you were eating. Mm-hmm. It concentrated your mind on you're eating at least a loaf of bread, not just a bowl of shit.
Right.
With some nuts and bolts.
Like, I don't even taste this shit.
Exactly. You said there's shit in here? Is that cinnamon? Oh,
wait, what's in here?
Did
Shit.
somebody eat corn?
No way.
Where'd this piece of corn come from?
That wasn't in the bucket.
That wasn't. It was in the shit.
Damn, I shouldn't have taken a sip right there.
I'm definitely.
Yeah, so shout out to Jonathan Frakes. You took 2 episodes of garbage and you actually made, something buyable on Amazon, like, well, if it were 3 stars, I'd probably buy it, but you're close. You're on. For me, you got about a 50%, and that's better than a 0.
I put it to it this way. At one point in time, I was like, wait, am I watching an episode of Picard?
Yeah.
Like, because he did a lot of Picards. I was like, hold on. Did I doze off and skip into, hey, up next is your rewatch of Picard? And then, oh no, I'm still watching Academy.
Yeah, that just tells you, had it been a good script, it'd probably be a 9.5 or a 10.
Oh, definitely. And there was a lot of things on that.
PVG says you can polish a turd, but it will always be a turd. But if Riker polished the turd, would it still be a turd?
Yeah,
that's the question.
Be a turd at heart. It's gonna be just a better looking turd, because they did that on Mythbusters.
Right.
There was some show on Discovery where they literally polished a thing of shit and sold it off with jewelry. And they're like, yeah, it's a dung necklace. They're like, what? These are black pearls. They're like, no, that's dung. And the guys are like translating dung, like cow shit. Like, what? It's just polished cow shit. Yep. Like, oh shit. Like, yes, exactly.
All right.
Cow shit. But so with Rikers, man, this episode, it was it answered a couple of questions that I had. That is why I'm leaning towards the 5.75. So they answered why couldn't Discovery come get them. That wasn't even posed in the previous one.
So people online have a big problem with that, because up until now, there's never been a relationship between the Mycenial Network and subspace. It's been two whole different things.
No. They said they don't know with the Omega particle or fake Omega particle. They don't know if it has any kind of consequence to the subspace network, or what will trigger the explosion. That's what they don't know. So that's why they didn't want to take a chance on using Discovery. But my thing was this. I'm kind of skipping ahead, and I'll go back to the other stuff. They figure out how to negate the explosion. So even if he triggers the bomb, they're just little baby bombs, but the Omega particles won't have any effect. Sam is essentially able to do this in an hour and a half. Why the fuck has no one done this in the years since they made it to eliminate the threat of somebody stealing this fake Omega particle? Because they said, we're going to use the fake Omega particle to power ships. And I literally had said, why didn't they just use the fake Omega particles to power ships? And they're like, oh, it's too unstable, blah, blah, blah. Okay, great. Why would you leave a live bomb there? Like, you don't see nuclear weapons stored ready to explode. You have to insert the rods, do the levels, do whatever, and then it causes a chain reaction. You don't leave it with, excuse the expression, a cunt hair space as a safety net. You keep the components apart. When you need to drop a nuclear bomb, you put the components together. One, why did Starfleet keep everything together where all somebody has to do is come take it, hook it up to a detonator, and then blow it up? Two, why didn't they just come up with an algorithm like Sam did to negate the threat of the Omega particle going off altogether? Because you obviously have the notes to create it. You could simply make it again if you need it. There's no reason to have, second of all, that many fake omega particle bombs just sitting all willy-nilly on a shelf somewhere. That I did not get. And that was kind of the piss poor writing. And Riker could only answer some of those questions. Like, this is why we didn't use Discovery. This is why we didn't use the omega particle to fuel ships. Because if it's that big of an explosion, because you see it in Voyager, it stopped Voyager dead in its track. Oh, there's an omega particle. Fuck whatever's going on. You giving birth, you better squeeze your legs back out and wait till we get this thing figured out. It stopped everything, and it was that serious. Why is it not that serious anymore? Why was it not negated?
Product placement. Hold on.
You're drinking mother's milk.
What I think is funny when they do these little graphics on the screen, like when they show the omega particle minefield aligned around all of the Starfleet territory or Federation territory. It reminded me of that episode of Enterprise when there was like some kind of it was a moving thing that went through space, and they had to get in the nacelles and stay in the nacelles for like 36 hours.
Oh, you're talking about, all right, I'm thinking Star Trek or TNT. You're talking about
Enterprise.
Yeah, the ion field, it turns out was just to be.
And I'm just like, why didn't you just drop down half a light year and get out of its path? It reminded me of that because here's the thing.
They show it as a circle in 2 dimensions.
Exactly. And
a circle in 3 dimensions is just a sphere. Why didn't they just show a big red dot, like with a gradient overlay? Like, hey, there's a planet. It should have been red, cover the entire thing.
Everything should have been red because
not just a circle around the perimeter.
Exactly.
Otherwise, why don't you just go over the wall?
Yes,
and drop down?
You could just fly straight that way down the z-axis, and then you'll go around the wall. Yeah, so that's just weird, and it's like you would need so many minds to do a spherical containment of Federation space. I mean, it's even though the Federation has lost 300 planets, and it's only, but I mean, Beta Z is in the Beta Quadrant. So you're still talking about a big span of territory. You're telling me they made that many mines to cover 3D space
and
all
just
the way
left it on a shelf somewhere.
Right.
They have no kind of see. Now, mind you, okay, I get the whole we stole this ship and we're holding the kids hostage, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You're telling me you deployed the entire fleet to save them and you left your armory open with like a small contingent where 6 pirate ships were able to take it?
Yeah,
like,
you left the most powerful particle in the galaxy, in the sector, or in the quadrant,
and
unguarded.
You left Dewey from Scream to guard it.
Yeah. So sometimes you really have to turn off your believability senses. It's like you have to just say, you know what? All right. The writers had to make a decision to make the plot dramatic, but that hurts the show because you get people that think, and then sometimes you hear people say, it's just a show, man. It's just make believe. Yeah, but there's the reason people like it is because there's this level of reality to it, of possibility. And when they do stupid
pulls up that Galaxy Z Fold, you could thank Star Trek for that because that shit's from a goddamn communicator.
Yep.
When you look on your iPad to look at Pornhub, you could thank Star Trek for that. So there is
when you use a fax machine,
right?
Yeah. So
a lot of things come from this make believe show that are used in today's world.
Yep. And I mean, they're still striving to make more of what appeared in the show.
Synthetic food, cloned animal meat. I mean,
directed energy weapons.
This is true as well. I mean, all these things are in use. Faster than light travel.
Yep.
I mean, all this shit is, people thought it fake, and it was, but then like, well, what if we put some science behind it?
Yeah. Because that's, to that point, that's why people love Star Trek, is because there is a level of realism to it that makes it believable. Even though it is technically science fiction, people in their hearts think, you know what, we can achieve that, because it's not like using the Force and levitating shit everywhere. It's just, hey, you know what? Using science. Yeah. Using science to invent technology that can make our lives better, or that can fire photons, or that can transport you from one place to another. There's a science behind it in the show, and it makes it believable. But when Starfleet Academy, when the writers of that show do things that now you have to, what do you do? What was that? Were you yawning?
No, I gotta.
Oh.
I have what? So here, fun fact: you can only breathe out of one nostril at a time. So when my
oh damn, it's only coming out of one side.
Exactly. So I literally feel when my nostril like switches sides, like temperature wise, I can feel
what controls the side it comes out of.
So for me, it's humidity.
Mine's only coming out of my left.
So right now, mine's out of my left, but it's migrating. Whatever the sinus blockage is migrating from my right to my left. So I'm slowly getting the ability to breathe out of my right. So I have to sniff to kind of fucking move. Yeah,
but what if you didn't have sinuses or anything? Would you still only breathe out of one nostril?
That's why. So one of the things, and Star Trek even brought reality into the show. Sinuses are basically a leftover thing. It's like the appendix or the spleen. It's a leftover thing that's not really used for anything anymore. And it's highly susceptible to infections. That's why you get sinus infections, bronchitis, strep throat, shit like that. So you would still be able to breathe. It's just you wouldn't have that channel of tunnels or whatever.
I didn't know that.
So yes, I found that out when I had a surgery, because they were like, yeah, we need to go ahead and laser all the stuff out of your sinus cavity.
I thought I had a mute button on my Stream Deck, but I guess it's the pedal. I forgot about that.
With your tapping foot.
Well, because I've been going online inside the house, and I don't have a pedal in there. So I'm used to pushing the mute button on the Stream Deck.
Oh, now you got to get another pedal for in the house. Darn, so many things you got to get.
Well, thankfully the pedals are only $60.
Bringing it back to Star Trek, you could thank Star Trek for Stream Decks, the LCAR system.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now, what would be fire is if Stream Deck made their thing without physical buttons and made it a touch screen, the entire
screen.
Well,
then that would just be a virtual deck on an iPad.
Well, you can, but right. I want it to be on the actual unit. I want it to be on the physical device. So when I pick up,
let
me see if I can do this without tipping everything. Oh yeah, I can, because not.
Well, the Stream Deck Plus has a touchpad.
I want the entire face to be a touchpad.
Yeah.
I want this entire face to be like this entire face. The entire thing is touchable. So if you were to do that, you could probably squeeze in another row, a fourth row of buttons here. Or being able to customize it, you could have a slider going up and down here, or slider going up and down here, and the entire thing's touchscreen. The only thing you wouldn't have is your knobs. But, and I was going to ask you about this, can you turn your bottom slider into a zoom bar?
Bottom slider.
So the touchscreen you have on the bottom of your Plus, the slider,
no.
if they have a plugin where you could turn that into a zoom, that would be fire.
That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, because each section, so the strip bar on a Stream Deck Plus is broken into 4 sections to align with the knob. So there's a knob and there's a section of the strip. They go hand in hand. So when you turn the knob, the section of the strip reacts to the knob turn.
Gotcha. Okay.
So like if you have the knob assigned to a volume, it'll show the volume going up or the volume going down. Gotcha. Or in my case, it'll show the zoom,
Okay.
So
that was again, Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Bring it to, that's our new thing. When we come see something, we're like, Star Trek.
That's right.
That's Star Trek. Cell phone, Star Trek.
Men in skirts, Star Trek.
I didn't really necessarily have an issue with that, but man, it is what it is. I don't get why it's becoming more apparent Jaden is apparently the only Klingon in the Academy. And
I went back and I reviewed that. He is. I reviewed that because remember in the episode where he had to go back and rescue... remember when they needed a place to go? The Klingons' homeworld was being destroyed or something. Right. So they needed a new planet, but they didn't want to take a Federation handout. So they did that fake battle. Ake did say that Jaden is the only Klingon in Starfleet Academy.
Now, is that the only one in Starfleet Academy or in Starfleet?
Starfleet Academy.
Okay. So I got a thing. I have an issue with that as well. They mention, and you brought this up as well. They mention, this is the first time we've reopened the Academy. So these are the first Academy students.
First class.
And how do you already have third years?
Don't ask questions.
How is Tilly in charge of the third years if this is the first year?
Don't ask questions.
That don't make no kind of sense.
I've never understood any of that because yes, Tilly left Discovery to be a Starfleet Academy instructor.
And that in itself has been years. And then they reiterated, I was on the ship with the third years. Unless they're talking about 3-year-olds, because most other people would think, all right, this is the third year. You've been here for 3 years. That means you were not the first. You were technically the 4th year class.
Yep. Yeah.
But that's one of those things. Again, this is a plot point that the writers need to be aware of when they're making this show and they're writing episodes for it. And I really hope, and I can't even say this, I'm ye of little faith because I already know it's over. Season 2 has already been written. They've already wrapped.
Yeah, it's already.
We already know the mom is not going to make an appearance, and we already know that Paul Giamatti is not going to make an appearance.
Bruce or Braga.
News Braca.
Yeah.
So I just hope they remember. I hope that before it airs, that they go back and follow the plot points of the little things. Oh, sorry, I just had a flashback of a song called Little Things.
It's hard to imagine what season 2 could be about. So Caleb Meir has reunited with his mom. I mean, there's so many things it could be about, but I'm trying to think about this bad writing team. What are they going to write about?
I think you got to leave Caleb alone. I think you got to step away from being all about the Caleb show. I mean, you go over somebody else. Do some more shit with Sam.
Leviathan. Langolier.
I mean, if you want to do that, sure. Go ahead.
Fish boy is too boring. Jaden is just too. You know, I was thinking about this. It's like, what did they tell these kids? Like, I'm talking about overall. Like when they first went in to film the first episode, and they gave them scripts. Did they say, you know what? But just mix your own personality into these characters. And that's the mistake they made.
And they said, make it your own.
Right. Just mix in a little bit of your own flavor with these characters.
Yeah, because now that Sam is no longer the little child that she was, you could see the actress's personality come through. Because as the emo teenager.
Yeah.
Because she even said that's how she was in real life. She was like an emo teenager.
And I'm pretty sure all of these people, even Holly Hunter, said that they didn't watch Star Trek. I think the only one who said they were a Star Trek fan was Paul Giamatti, and he said he was a big fan of DS9.
That's probably why he's not coming back for the season. He's probably like, what the fuck?
You
call this Star Trek?
He's like, I'm gonna take that check and I'm gonna say goodbye to y'all. Give me that check.
I'm still trying to think. Maybe we could focus on the Doctor. The Doctor's life. Maybe we could find out if there's other holograms. So one of the things that they did finally do, they did show the Doctor's OG hologram emitter.
Yeah.
He said, be careful, I've had it for over 1,000 years. That was pretty dope. I don't know why. I had to go back and find out
why they used it.
Why he's still using it? Why have they not updated?
Oh yeah. He still uses it. Because they had to use it so that they could do a holo emission. They could create an entire hologram of the saucer section and make it look like it exploded.
Right. So the question is, why is he not using the seed type that Sam has, that they made on Crass? Why does his look like it was basically like it's all rusted over and it's got bio filth on it? Like, you had over 1,000 years. You're not a biological.
I mean, it actually looks like an old hieroglyphic Egyptian.
Yeah, it looks like
stone card.
Like, it looks like an SD card I found in a bag from like 20 years ago that I saw at a wedding with or something. Like, oh, here's this SD card that I couldn't read because it split apart. It just looks funky. Why have they not made a new housing for it or anything? Because it is, I want to say it's past the time period that he originally got it.
Yeah.
Because I want to say, it's 1,000
Wait, but
years.
was that the one that someone brought back from the future?
I don't remember. I'm going to need to find out where he got that from. I need to research
because it looks good. Because I thought he had one that just stuck to his arm.
Right, that's what I'm saying. In Voyager, it just stuck to his arm. And
but that was the one that they brought from the future.
That's the same one. That's the only one he's had.
Okay.
So he's only had one emitter that used to stick on his arm. And this one, he now pulls out of his pocket.
Yeah.
And the other question is, if he could put it anywhere on his person, why didn't he make a pocket for his fucking uniform in Voyager and put it inside there? Why would you just leave it out like, hey, hit my arm. If you hit my arm,
well, maybe it had to be visible so that it could project outwards.
Then how is it projecting him now inside of a pocket?
See, maybe they've enhanced it. Who knows?
So would it sound either that or I don't know. This is why I said I would be okay with him diving a little bit more into Sam, because I was under the impression that the entire academy had holo emitters everywhere. And that's what allowed her to pop in and out. But then this last 2 episodes, we see that she was born out of a little seed, kind of like the holo emitter that the Doctor has. And if that's the case, where is her seed at? And why doesn't the Doctor move over to that type of emitter versus having a physical device that could be damaged?
Here's my problem with the whole show. This show is in the year like 3180. I think 3185 or something like that. You're telling me, and even considering up to the point of the burn, you're telling me the only advancements Starfleet made is how to have floating nacelles. Like, where are the other advancements besides everybody can have a transporter? I mean, I think that everybody having a transporter, that's probably 50 years away from Picard. Like, that's an invention that's probably going to happen within 20 to 50 years of the Picard season 3. So
yeah, because they use the same type of blink in and out in Picard.
Right. So where is the other? See, and this is why you know that the Discovery writers and now the Starfleet Academy writers, they just have no creativity because they took that show into the 32nd century, yet they cannot invent. They can't think of what technology is going to be like in the 32nd century other than it's just like it is in the 24th century. Like there are no improvements other than, well, and time travel is probably happening in what, 2900 or something? When do they start coming back?
What do you mean?
You know, like the time police.
The temporal.
Yeah, the temporal authorities. That department, Agent Daniels. I mean, I think they're from like the 2900s or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know when they.
So, even though time travel has always been possible in the Star Trek world, the Star Trek universe, but when they actually just made it like a button on your control panel, go here, go then, go in the future. But yeah, there's just not like they have no creativity. These people and their writing, there's just no creativity of like what is it really going to be like in the 32nd century that's going to make it different than Picard season 3, which is the I think that's like 2380. So 2380 and 3180, really the only difference I'm seeing is the starship design has floating nacelles. There's really nothing else different and programmable matter, but Starfleet doesn't even seem to use programmable matter. It's like black market stuff.
I'm trying to think, like.
And then I guess they have like the control panels that just appear out of like, I don't know what, it's like 3D control panels that just pop up out of the console.
Are you talking about like how Iron Man does it?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't know why they don't have anything else. Like.
Well, we know why. The writers they're not Star Trek people. There's no creativity there. Okay, so season finale. I think Riker, Jonathan Frakes, he did polish the turd. He took a turd, both episodes, the last episode and the finale. You could tell it had the touch of Jonathan Frakes on it. Like you could definitely, you could sense that, man, this could be good. Like the way he builds up the tension and everything. He's definitely got a knack for that, but he's just handcuffed because the writing of Starfleet Academy just put him in such a bad place that he was just in a deep hole from the start. And he could, all he could do was Well, I can kind of bring you out of the hole, but I can't really get you out of the hole because that hole is deep.
Y'all done fucked up this hole. Y'all done fucked holes up for everybody's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't know. It's, and we got one more season of this coming up. It kind of worries me about Strange New Worlds. But maybe we can just do, clean slate. Clean slate.
You think that's it?
Well, but we already know there's going to be a Muppet episode, so it's kind of hard to do a clean slate when you know there's going to be a Muppet episode. And I wish they wouldn't have got rid of Battelle.
Which one was Battelle?
Pike's lady.
I mean,
she had to become that statue that guards the
Paw Wraith.
Paw Wraith, yeah.
I really hope they delve more into that.
Yeah. They probably won't though.
Because they know that's what fans want.
Yeah, I think what they're going to try to do is, what I hope they don't do is have more Jim Kirk, Pike interaction.
Because it kind of ruins everything for what we know.
I think they want to reset.
Unless this is and this is why I should really be a Star Trek writer or the executive producer. Because there are so many ways you could turn this and accomplish the same goal. You want to reset? Make it so that Pike does not die. He doesn't have his accident.
Yep.
Have your guest star, Jonathan Archer, show back up. Why? Why? Because in this universe, it's the mirror universe, and this is the beginning of Section 31. Bam.
Oh, an alternate Pike shows up.
He's the
one that dies.
No, the Pike we've been watching this entire time is the alternate Pike. What we're really watching is a prequel to the mirror universe. Everything we've been watching since Discovery went back in time and it left off, like think of it like that is a fragment of one of the stones from the gauntlet that Thanos had. This is a breaking point, and there was a point in time when Discovery came out where we ventured off. We went off the prime path, and now we've been living in an alternate timeline. We've been watching an alternate universe. Very similar. That would explain why, these things are so similar. But that would also give you the option to reset that this is not the Captain Kirk from TOS. This is not the Pike from TOS. This is a mirror universe. Why is it a mirror universe? Because, what you thought really happened in Discovery, no. It really happened when Archer interfered with the temporal war and prevented something from happening. That's what created the fractured universe. All the way from the Archer time, all the way through Discovery, Strange New Worlds, all of it, basically.
That's taking too much thought.
No, but here's the thing. With the exception, Academy could still fall in there. Picard could still fall in there, be under the prime timeline. Academy, man, I don't know. Maybe Academy should be under the mirror universe, because I don't ever remember Starfleet saying we had a war college. It's always been
no,
Starfleet
but that's
Academy.
The future.
Okay, where do they get the idea of just having a war college? Maybe the burn still happened in the mirror universe, and now they're recovering, and that's why we only had a war college, and now we're doing this academy thing to explore the sciences that all these other alternate universes keep talking about that come back and fuck up our universe. That way you could literally explain away everything that happened in Discovery, everything strange that happened in Strange New Worlds. Strange New Worlds could be we're exploring this whole science thing instead of focusing on.
I think they will do that. I think they will say everything's an alternate timeline.
That would be kind of, I mean, that's a way you could do it. Either that or, you know what, wipe it out. You want to start fresh, start new, kill this bullshit, and then start out with a Star Trek mirror universe. Have one of these people go back in time and live in the past and relive Star Trek from the mirror universe. That gives you free clearance to do whatever the fuck you want because it's a mirror universe. You want to make Captain Kirk Jane Kirk instead of James Kirk? Go ahead. You want to have Klingons be take the role of the Vulcans?
Oh,
go ahead. I just realized my lights seem kind of dim, or I seem kind of dumb.
Where's your other lights? Do you have your other lights up?
I have the back ones up. I don't have my little pod lights.
Yeah.
So I've been having a weird thing happen also that I've noticed. My camera
is this for the other pod?
No, my camera won't come on.
Which one? The Canon R100?
Yeah, the Canon that I use won't come on unless I open up the other software first. It just doesn't see it. Like it doesn't pick it up. So I don't know. Are you using the
USB-C?
Yeah, USB-C.
I don't know. We might have to pick that up on the other pod.
Possibly. I know Brad got his new cameras in. He wants us to help.
What did he get? What did he get?
He got an Ozbot.
I'm gonna buy. I think I'm gonna buy one more. I'm gonna buy a third.
Still
one
on sale.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna use it at? You gonna use it in here?
No, no. I got 4 cannons out here. There's nothing I can do with these 4 cannons.
Yeah, but you can't leave your cannons on.
Yeah, but I don't leave anything on out here in the garage. Everything gets shut down at the end of the night. These things only get turned on 1 day a week. So they don't get a lot of mileage. So I'm okay with these cameras.
Gotcha.
But inside, I definitely like having the OBSBot inside. But
what are you going to use another OBSBot for?
I'll show you. I'm going to go inside. I'll probably turn it on right when we're done. And actually, I was probably going to wrap up. I was going to wrap up here because we did our scores and we don't have PVG to make fun of. So I think we'll just flip over to a Tup. Now, you know why? Because sometimes you just want to talk about other things.
This is true.
This
is true. I get it.
You can only talk about Star Trek for so long.
Well, here's the thing. Star Trek is over or not over.
Yeah. No, I mean, the season's over.
What do you...
It was a dud.
All right. Now the question is, what is the summer reading going to be? Or the summer watching?
I think it's just going to be drinking and just making fun of PVG.
Okay, I was talking about for Star Trek. We're still going to
I thought you were talking about for the show. For the show.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Maybe Crewman Sherry can help me with trivia and games and stuff, but no, I think what we might do is, here's what I'm thinking. Because we've been going
on sabbatical.
No. We won't go on sabbatical because this is our time hanging out and drinking twisted teas with PVG, and so we'll continue to do that. But I think there's just other things like technical stuff, non-Trek related, and so like I want to do some more stuff on Tup. even if it's just little rinky dink, like product reviews, gear reviews, that type of stuff. So
hey, give me 1 second. I have a relative calling me.
Oh, well, you know what? Let's wrap because
all right,
it's
wrap up.
All right. I guess I'm going to wrap. Oh, I guess I will wrap. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hopefully PVG's back next week because I feel like I'm sitting here all alone in the studio. As you can see, I got 2 empty chairs. So what I need to do is find alternates. When PVG's not around, I need an alternate. So I'm gonna find me an alternate, and then maybe that alternate can even be a third chair when PVG is here. That way we can have a 4-person pod, and that might be more fun. So, yeah, let's wrap for tonight. Plus, the wind is just so loud and it's pounding on my garage doors. It's making me nervous. But I'm going to go get back into the brick house and not be out in this external garage where the wind could blow me away at any second. So thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah,
Welcome
if you're new to the channel, then don't forget to subscribe. You can also catch us on YouTube. No, this is YouTube. I guess this is where you catch us.
Twitch. Sometimes you go on Twitch.
Sometimes, but
or Kick, or Facebook,
wrong channel,
or TikTok.
Other channel.
Do we not go anywhere else other than YouTube on this?
No, this is Star Trek's a YouTube place. It's a safe place, but all right, let me I'm gonna head inside because the wind is continuing to pound the garage doors and it's just making me nervous. So we're gonna wrap early today. We've got just some really bad weather here in the Midwest. But thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, put a comment below. Oh yeah, PVG's still around. Let's pray for PVG and hope for his speedy recovery.
What?
And yeah, get that cream from your doctor. That should make you feel much better.
That thing, yeah. Hey, man, you got to take the pills as directed.
Yes.
Twice in the morning, once at dinner. You need to take it with food. And don't forget to adequately cover the gloves if you're using. Hopefully, you're using gloves to put the cream on, because that is in a sensitive area of the body. You don't want to catch a thumbnail or something like that while you do that.
You're too young to suffer. But all right, everybody, we're out. We will catch you guys next Sunday. Thanks for tuning in to the Technically Trek podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you later.
Bye.
Bye. I don't have a button on my stream deck to